People have observed that the life of Moses can be summarized into three phases. Firstly, we have the years of Moses growing up in the palace, in Pharaoh's household, with splendor and glory surrounding him. Secondly, we have the years of Moses working as a shepherd for Jethro, his father in law, tending his flock. This was after Moses had fled from Egypt to Midian, having killed an Egyptian who was beating a Hebrew slave. And thirdly, we have the years of Moses being used by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt into the promised land. But Moses had his doubts, even debating with God as to why God considered him worthy for such an assignment. The American evangelist Dwight Lyman Moody, popularly known as D.L. Moody, summarizes these three phases of Moses' life, and I quote, "Moses spent 40 years thinking he was somebody, 40 years learning he was a nobody, and 40 years discovering what God can do with a nobody." End of quote. It's true that God can greatly use a nobody. Of course, we know there is no such a thing as a nobody, because if you are alive, you are actually somebody. But sometimes we feel worthless, unworthy, like hopeless failures in the sojourns of life. Throughout the scriptures, we see God using people who were broken, imperfect, hurt, weak, young, unskilled, and more of such. We know this is true because we know the story of Moses, King David, Abraham, Paul, Timothy, Noah, Matthew, Zacchaeus, Peter, and the list goes on. It's true that God works in the lives of his children, even those who feel unworthy. God desires to do a great work in the lives of his children, all his children. God is a God of grace, a God of mercies, a God of redemption and restoration, a God of favor and honor. He can come into your life and turn it all around for his glory. God moves in mysterious ways, his wonders to perform. All God is looking for is a willing heart. From the scriptures, Revelation 3:20, God is telling his church, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him and will dine with him and he with me." May God find our hearts willing. Amen.